Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Thank you for joining today's session. We are Sacred Energy of Circle. Today, you'll be able to watch our evidential mediums as they connect with people who have crossed over to the other side and deliver messages. We hope that by watching our mediums at work, you will come to understand that the loved ones you may have lost are in fact still with us. So please join us as we open with a prayer. Holy Mother and Father God, thank you for allowing us to come together today in service of spirit. Please help us to open all our senses, physical and spiritual, so that we can receive your messages without interference from our own minds. We humbly ask that you make this circle an uplifting and joyous experience for everyone in attendance. Please ask the spirits who recognize the voices in this room to join us this morning so we'll know that they watch over us, love us, and protect us. And please allow us to deliver the information presented by Spirit with grace and compassion, in complete truth and respect of your infinite wisdom. Amen. The circle is now open. And we will go for approximately 12 minutes each. Sure, or Tammy, let me know when you're ready.
I can start. Okay. I feel I have a grandpa here. He he looks elderly, and he would have worked on a farm. And this is a place you would have visited when you were quite young. Very loving fella, hardworking, of course. Um, a lot of the labor that he did, it feels like he did largely by himself. It's not a huge acreage, but it was still large enough that he would have actually benefited by having some help, but help was not that easy to come around those days. And he loved working alone. I do not see grandma around. So that's something which he would have kept himself busy uh, and occupied his mind. Sort of distraction as well, to not get drawn into sadness. But there was sadness in his life that he was able to manage, but of course, with a heavy heart. So, who can understand this gentleman?
Sure, I'm listening.
Okay, great. Not that he wanted you to be working on the farm, but really wanted somebody to show them around how to take care of crops, corn. Um, so he would have treated you like well, of course, yeah, he would have treated you really nicely and kind of doted on you. Um, and he would have done anything for you. Um, and but there was a wish he had that he could have some boy. I don't know where this boy is coming from. He wanted a boy in the family who he could train in farming. Does this is this making any sense to you?
I thought you had my uncle
Ah,
uh, at the beginning, but I understand a grandfather that was a really hard worker and didn't have a lot of help on his farm. And he did have a son that he hoped could take over. Yes.
okay, all right. Yeah, and I don't feel that the son was much into that, much into farming. Um, but he was okay because he 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 wanted him to live the life the way he wanted, but his wish was not somehow granted. So he was okay, but yeah, this deep heaviness in his heart. He would have some critters as well, like cat.
Did you say he had a cat?
Yeah, I see a small animal around. It's not a farm animal, it's a pet animal. Feels like cat.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, maybe a stray cat.
That they had lots of there nowadays. A
Okay,
lot
all
of
right.
stray animals. Yeah.
Okay,
Cats and
so
dogs. Yeah.
and he just loved them, just coming around and
That I
to.
can't take. He did
Uh,
not like them.
okay, right. I mean, he's showing that they're roaming around. He's not bothered. They're not bothering him. Okay.
That I can't take.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Let's see. And you would understand that he had a fairly small home. Um,
Yes.
okay. Um, and it just feels like how can you live in there? But it was just sufficient for him. Sufficient. He had a way of really carving out what he needed. Very practical gentleman. It's sort of working out ways to take care of his crops. Uh, would you understand? It's like an inventive way of working in the farm?
I don't know. I would say most likely.
Okay.
It's not a no. It's
Okay.
would not be
Um,
surprised with him.
yeah, just he's giving me the feeling that he had some ways to take care of, like if he was going away some for a period of time, he would make sure things took care of
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
automatically in a way.
Hmm.
He arranged the things in such a way. Okay. And I'm seeing you really tiny. Would that make sense when you
Yes,
visited?
yeah, I would visit him. I was small, a
Yeah,
little
it
girl.
looks like 7, 8,
Yeah,
around
those were
there.
yeah, one of the ages. Yeah.
Okay. Um, he has just such nice, beautiful memories of those.
Yes.
Mm, he just wants you. No, he just wants to hug you and give you all his love, the way he did when you were tiny. You're growing, you are growing something, um, like he grew food. You're growing around you souls. And that aspect he loves the most in you. There was no such thing around those days, but he was a sensitive, he was a sensitive body.
I can't take that for him.
Um, sensitive person.
I can't take that for him.
Oh, okay. All right. Sense. Something about sense. Hmm. I mean, his hands feel like big, strong,
Hmm. They were.
kind
Yes.
of rough.
Yes, I
I'm
can take that.
sensing on my fingers.
Yeah.
uh, all that hard labor can do that to you.
Yes.
Mm. Take care of your teeth.
Pardon?
Take care of your teeth.
My teeth. Okay.
Something about teeth. That's what's coming up.
Okay. Thank you.
Are you hurting in your teeth?
No, but something did happen recently.
Oh, okay. All right. Take care. Take care. You don't need to be hurting. It's easy to do, easy to fix, but you have to do your part. Okay, well, I guess that's the message that's coming in
Oh, sure.
for you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stop here, leave you with his love and blessings.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. That is definitely my grandfather. I can understand that. Try to close this time here. Wow. Sure, sure. That was great. So what he was trying, I believe, trying to tell you, he had common sense.
Okay, all right.
Yes, he
Kept
had a
getting
lot of, and he would
attention.
share that with us. Use your common sense. Use it to use it. He wouldn't give us the answers. He would make us work for it, but he had a very logical mind. What makes sense to you here?
Right.
So he did have he had a lot of property. And he worked and worked so hard. And I do remember his hands being very calloused, being very, very strong. He still had muscles in his 70s. And I was quite impressed. Going to, he would take us to his home country. And sometimes he would take me out to the farmlands and I would see all the hard work. And I go, wow, you grew up doing this your entire life. But to him, that was normal. He didn't know anything else. So, when I went to the house, I was very small and it was a tiny home. But today's standards, if I went there today, I would not know how they lived there because I grew up in a different way. But because I was so small, I got used to the home. That was the home. It was small and I didn't look at it any different. He did not like animals.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He did not like animals. And I remember all the stray cats and dogs that would come around. He did not want them around. I do have an adopted cat during COVID. I still have. She's very dear to me. She's very, very precious. And when he, well, she shared too much, but when he came to immigrate here, one of the worries was the crops. It was the property. Who's going to take care of it? And it was taken care of, but I won't share too much of how it was taken care of. That was good. And my teeth. So I had a root canal a couple of weeks
Oh,
ago,
okay.
and the new tooth went in. And it was a very experienced dentist. Actually, it was 2 months ago, not a couple weeks ago. And 4 weeks later, it cracked the new tooth. And he told me, I have great record for 10 years. I have never had any incidents or accidents with teeth. I didn't believe it either. So I called and I told them this happened until I had to go in and they believed it. They had never seen that. So
Wow.
it's one in a million. It happens, right? That was great. What were you feeling? What I want to know when you saw or felt the property, because that's something very dear to him.
Yeah, he took me to the edge of the crops. And that's where I saw him, you, and critters around. So I thought maybe my mind actually kicked in, thinking that maybe critters are part of his life in a way. But yeah, it was kind of serene, um, but this heavy feeling of the desire that he had in his heart to take care, impart all the knowledge about crops and taking care of farm, continuing to take care of the farmland was weighing heavy on him.
Yes, totally. Tammy, do you have any thoughts?
Well, about
The reading, anything that you found interesting, any
well,
feedback?
definitely the dental part. I love it when they do that, when they suddenly like throw a curveball and you're like, wait, what? You know, like
I didn't know.
you're in this really bucolic setting, in the farming and this and that. And oh, by the way, teeth. It's like, wait. And that's a big thing about trusting. That's huge for
Yeah,
mediums because it's so out of left field that if you don't trust and just give what you're being given, you could miss. That was a huge golden nugget. And if you don't, you
yeah,
have to just trust. And that was
right.
just like, it was just so, and I loved Effie's expression too, like,
Wow.
oh
I remember walking to the dentist office and they were all there and they didn't believe me until they had to see it for themselves. And the other dentist was there 20 years and that she has never seen that. So
my gosh.
it happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They did, of
Yeah,
course, they didn't
there.
charge me for the replacement.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, maybe they should have paid you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But it was nice to hear from him. I love it when he comes in. Sure. He makes mediums work.
Ah,
That's what I've
okay.
noticed. He makes them work. He doesn't give you the answers. He doesn't make it easy for you. And that's how it was growing up with him.
All right.
You earned it. So continuously earning uh, the rewards. And he would, if there was a cause, something that I did, he would share later on the effects of my actions.
Uh-huh.
That's how he was.
Oh. Yeah, how
Nice
do you
to
mean he
know.
would share the effects of your actions?
So
Like,
if I did something that was wrong, whether it was on the farm, whether uh, he was teaching me how to do laundry, or I put something there of some knowledge he had to impart. He would tell me later on, because you didn't fold it the right way, the clothes now, or if you didn't put the whites in together, you just put one sock that was black. He was very, very strict, by the way, and disciplined with this. He would tell me, now you see, I don't have an extra sock, so I have to go out. He was very frugal too. If I didn't do my homework, and I would leave it to the last minute, and then I wouldn't get a good mark. And he would tell me, do you see now, because you didn't have extra time to allot yourself, you can't cram the night before. Something was always there
wow.
with his knowledge, always. Um, I don't want to tie my shoelaces, and I would trip, and I'd be walking with him. Something. So
Oh,
yeah, he was. I loved him. I actually love him when he comes in. Sure.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, he's around.
Yeah,
He
very, very
knows,
much. Yeah.
he knows what's going on in your life.
he sure
Yes.
does.
Oh, the gardens, his crops. If I picked something too early, he would tell me, "This is not ready. You picked it too early," and he would share why it was too early. He would go right into the details, very, very thorough, like this. So he was a teacher,
Yeah, he was always
an
supposed
influencer.
to be a
Yeah,
teacher. Yeah.
yeah, he was very good at that.
Yeah,
He would have been
good.
a great, great teacher.
Yeah,
Sounds like
good
it was.
sense he had about things. Yeah. So that's the word kept coming. Sense, sense.
Common sense
Funny,
with him
huh?
was big.
Yes. I know I was sitting here thinking, sense like CENT, is it sense? Like which sense is it? Sometimes,
Yeah,
kind of hard to know.
he didn't dote on me. No, he made me work.
Oh,
I think I know him a little too. I think he's come in,
Yeah,
but I never remember like exactly. I just
that's
remember
good. That's a good thing.
his, yeah. No, fortunately, I have not a great memory, so that's good.
Well, thank you, sure. I love hearing from
thank
him.
you. Thank
Tammy,
you.
you feeling it?
Um, I do have somebody here. Let me just
Sure.
I don't have a lot. I mean, it kind of feels like a little slow, but I'm hoping that once, I get going, things will become more clear. And but I do have somebody here. Um, Oddly, I was having trouble figuring out the gender, but I'm kind of feeling like I'm feeling like it's a male, but somehow he fits in on the maternal side, and he's not a direct family relative, but he could be like an uncle, cousin, friend of the family. The name that came in was Ryan, and he goes, Ryan, Ryan, Ryan. And so, um, and the first thing he shows me is I feel like he's on a hammock, and I do feel like it's kind of a summer day, and he's on a hammock. And what's important is that there's like a small boy there, and the boy is like pushing and trying to kind of make him. I don't know if the boy's old enough to have the concept of like to push him so that he falls off the hammock, but they're playing, and so the adult is in the hammock, and this little boy is there, kind of holding the edge of it and kind of shaking it, or so there's an interaction there, this kind of summer interaction, and I'm feeling very much that the guy in the hammock is he's not that old. I feel like he's probably in his maybe his 30s in the time period he's showing me here, and I'm feeling very much like he's got like this kind of sandy blonde kind of hair or light brown. And so let me just check in with each of you to see if he has come for you. This This man, Ryan. Not yet. Okay. Let me go. Let me get some more here because it's not totally clear. There could be somebody behind all of this who's bringing this image. But so let me just check with either of you to see if do you know Orion in spirit or around you? No? Okay. All right. Let me just let me go back and see. Okay, now I'm getting a TED. Um, okay, let me just go and see what more I can get here from him. Okay, I've got so many different now here coming in. Okay, so it's not clear whether this guy is connected to that image or whether this is somebody new coming in. But I do feel he's like a manly man, I want to say, like a traditional man. And he is also showing me, I do feel that he somehow fits in on the maternal side. And he's showing me like smoking a cigar and also playing cards. And um, oh gosh, here comes my little grandson towards me. Sorry. Oh, um, okay. I do feel that this man, this older man, is somehow connected to the kids. So somehow he is connected to, and they're all fitting in on the maternal side. And I feel that somehow he's connected to the person that was in the hammock. And, if you let go of the descriptor of the hair color, although it certainly feels that way, and but there's this little boy, but I also feel like I feel like there's also with him somehow connected these all together. Um, Also a young girl and she's skipping rope. And okay. And with the man, card playing, cigar smoking man is the name that's coming in it's like a Vin, like a Ed Vin or like a something Vin is how it's feeling. So I'm feeling like it's got, that sound somewhere in the first, middle, last name. Um, is that helping? Or either one of you understanding this information yet?
No.
No. Oh goodness.
Tammy, where do you feel the strongest pieces of evidence are for you?
Um, well, I mean, the first thing that came in was the hammock, the guy with the hammock. So that was pretty strong. But uh,
The only thing I can take with a hammock is I remember sleeping in a hammock when I was younger.
okay. Okay. So that could be so
Yes.
okay. And would you understand your grandfather on the maternal side? Did you know your grandfather on the maternal side?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I he he wouldn't be connected to the hammock.
Okay. But would he hold on one second. Would you understand him to smoke cigars sometimes?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. And let
He
me
did
just
smoke at one time.
he did. Okay. Thank you. Let me just see what he's playing here because I feel like he's playing some kind of a game. It does feel like cards, and I feel like he's playing it with like
Oh, he did play cards too.
okay.
This on my mom's side, yes.
Okay. And he feels like he's got like two or three, it kind of shifts back and forth, two or three other men that he would
He
play.
has three sons, yes. And now I
Okay.
understand the V name is for somebody name that
Okay.
starts with that was close to him.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. Okay, great. Okay. Because he suddenly came in very strongly. So, um, so so that all makes sense because I feel like he's showing me these images. And would you understand also the jump, the young girl just skipping rope? I feel like she's kind of,
That I don't.
you don't understand that.
No.
Okay, I wonder how she fits in here, but I'm just gonna let her go for the moment because she's here and she's waving, which is kind of bizarre, quite frankly, that she's somehow maybe separate, but I'm going to let her go for the moment, let her stand aside and go back to him. And okay, so he's also showing me, he's coming in much stronger. And I do feel that he was showing me that other image. So he's showing me too that that he would have kept up with a newspaper because he's showing me with, reading the news and that, the topics of the day. He's also saying, oh, that's really interesting. Don't go there now. Don't go there. He's saying politics. It's all about the politics. And it's like, no, don't. Would you understand that about him, though?
Understand some heated discussions on politics.
Okay. It's like, oh, no. um,
Mm-hmm.
okay, great. So let's go into that just a little bit. Okay. Oof. Yeah. So yeah, okay, so he's talking about like Mussolini and okay. I'm just gonna say that he's making me aware of that was something that he kept an eye on and that was important for him. That's how I'm gonna leave that for right now. Okay, so now he's just talking to me and he's saying it's all about keeping your eyes on the prize and doing, what did you say again? Could you please repeat? Do what needs getting done or what needs doing. That's what he said. But like kind of eyes on the prize, stay focused. Oh gosh, this is one of those like out of left field. Okay, I'm going to trust. He's talking about let me just get this straight. Okay, a cuckoo clock. So he wants to talk about, was there a cuckoo clock that you would remember?
I don't remember a cuckoo clock, possibly.
Okay. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. But it's like cuckoo clock. I want to talk about the cuckoo clock. It's like, okay. Uh, okay. So now he's saying it's important to have adventures in your life and to be adventurous. Though he didn't get to do all the things he would have liked to do. Um, oh, that's interesting. He's saying he's not as brave as he could have been. He's saying that he mostly stayed in his kind of smaller world of things he knew. That he didn't like rocking the boat. He kind of kept his nose to the grindstone. Um, Looked after his family. Is this resonating with you?
Yes.
Okay. He wasn't good about emotion. He didn't like it. He didn't want to go there.
Yes.
And that he's showing me like with females that sometimes like with just kind of their makeup and emotional that he would just kind of like I'm almost feeling like I want to shake my head like oh God, like eyes kind of going up and like,
For
oh
sure. I can understand
God,
that. Yeah.
my God, like the drama. And let's see, because I see my time is winding down here. Let me just see if he's got some other words for you. Vincent, was that? I'm not sure if that's the V name, but anyway.
No, no, but definitely the name V, starting with V.
Okay, okay. Let's just see the last thing. Be strong, be courageous. And I'm here as you know I am.
Mhm.
And I'll leave you with that with him. And it's very curious to know about this little girl jumping rope, though.
Oh, Tammy, thank you. And I want to say, as you were beginning to go further and further into the reading, recalled vaguely a hammock in his backyard. It
Okay.
just hit me out of left field. I vaguely remember, it was so small, a hammock that was there.
Maybe that was you at the hammock.
I don't remember, but I remember seeing it in his backyard, and it was unusual because not too many people had a hammock those
Oh,
days in their backyards.
okay. All right. Yeah, there was definitely like a little, I feel like it was a little boy who was at the edge of the hammock.
Yes, he had three sons.
Okay.
So he was a quieter man. He was more reserved, this grandfather.
Okay, so this was a different one from the one that
Yes,
Shore.
this is the other one.
Oh gosh, okay, they're both here today. Oh, nice. Mm.
Yeah, and they did play cards, I remember. There was a particular game they did play too that was part of their culture, where the country they came from. I remember that was also on the side that they would be playing, like checkers or chess, but it was their version.
Mm-hmm.
He was very connected to his kids.
Okay.
He was a very loving father, even though he was reserved. He was a man that led by example. The way he was, he had a really close relationship with my mom. That's the V.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. He had
Okay.
a really, really close relationship with my mom.
Okay.
Yeah. And apparently I've told like that was his favorite, but they were all his favorites.
So could she have been the one jumping rope?
More than likely, I don't know.
Okay.
But she was a very, very sweet, sweet child, I heard.
Okay. All right.
There was uh so the cuckoo clock is that they're up at the crack of dawn.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
They are up. And when they're up, they're up. They don't go back to bed. They're very similar to the other grandparents, working hard
Mm.
all day long. There was newspapers. I would always see him with newspapers reading the local newspaper in his language.
Okay.
And they would pile up and pile up because there was no recycling back then until the garbage day came around. And I would remember he would read the paper from left to right, right to left, and he would reread it, the paper
Wow.
back then. So it was important every day to get the local paper in his language.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And he did smoke, not when I met him, but I was told he used to be a smoker and he quit.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So Ryan or Ted, I'm just interested. Do you know a Ryan or Ted in your life?
Do I?
Yes.
No.
No. And I want to say manly man. Yes, he was a man. Uh, Man, woman. My grandmother stayed home, matriarch and patriarch. He didn't care for women stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He
Oh,
did not share his emotions, but he was just a quiet man, just very quiet. He was very internal. He kept his feelings in. you wouldn't know what he was thinking, but his actions spoke louder than words.
Interesting.
Yes. And my mom's the same.
Okay. I do know a Theodore that has a middle name Theodore, but never went by that or Ted. So, but
There is a Theodore in our family,
oh,
extended family. There are Theodores,
okay.
right?
Okay.
And Mussolini is a character, not character, but he's someone from the past that was part of the war that fled, if I recall, Italy. And
hmm
this is during like the World War II. And I think he had back then not allowed a wife, mistress or something he had from,
Who
and
was a
so
lady?
Mussolini, and I remember
He was a fascist.
fascist, yes, and he would talk about history. He would talk about that time period. He would talk about the leaders during that time period.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and he would share he was a storyteller when what was happening during that time when he was growing up during World War II. Italy was a big part of the conversation.
Yeah.
All around the Mediterranean, he would share what was happening.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's great. He was a great communicator.
Being quiet, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but when he spoke, he had very articulate wording. He could speak well. But he was a quiet man,
It's
very
funny, he has a
quiet.
strong presence. I mean, when he came in, it was a very strong presence.
He was 6'4", and
Oh
he was very
gosh.
tall, and he was very broad. So when he walked into a room,
You're
he
like,
was very noticed.
yeah, yeah, like he came in, it was like, okay, you're here.
hmm hmm
Forget everything else up to now.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, he has a very strong presence, but very solid. I want to call him very solid presence.
yes, he was.
Yeah.
And he was a great father. All the kids, all my aunts and uncles turned out fantastic. He would great mother and father, both of them.
Oh, that's great. Well, thanks for
Yeah.
that feedback, Effie.
Sure. Do you have anything to share? Any feedback?
Yeah, when none of us were taking the information coming in, um, my mind was also trying to like expand and see if any of the information made sense. But I'm glad you were able to take it before me. Later, I also remembered a hammock um, and a child in the hammock.
Oh,
Smoking, this gentleman on the maternal side, cards. So there was some overlapping information. I couldn't take everything like you did, but it seems like when spirits come, they bring in information from multiple sitters in case they have to switch.
Oh, interesting.
Um, so I might have switched if you were not able to take, then Tammy would have gone more focused on my spirit, and I could take the V name eventually as well.
the
With this,
Vincent,
not Vincent, but V name with this
the
gentleman.
V name. Oh,
Yeah, so there were some key information that I was able to make sense later. Uh, but I'm glad you were able to take the information more completely. And it was definitely for you, not for me. Because there was some missing pieces of information I couldn't resonate with. But I have seen this even happen with my readings sometimes. If one person is not able to take the information, there's always somebody else, and the spirit switches.
I've seen that. I've seen that in circles, even in platform demonstrations where it's no, 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 and then all of a sudden it starts turning to yes, 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 yes. So I'm
Yes.
thinking on the other side that okay, I don't have the right person, but come on, come on, come on, hurry up, hurry up. You know,
Get
she
in
she
here.
needs you. Let's go, let's go.
You're on. You're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have all seen that. We have
Yeah.
all
Yes, sir.
experienced that, and where it's like all
Absolutely.
these no's and all of a sudden all these yeses. So immediately comes to my mind that they just stepped in and took over. So it all works out in the end.
Yeah, it's good
Yeah.
that you stick with the information because they definitely don't waste their time or energy.
No.
Right.
So it's
Right.
What
Absolutely.
about the little boy standing by the hammock? Or like touching like the side of the hammock. There was a grown
it,
person in the hammock, but there was a young boy, like holding the edge of it.
I can understand that a possible scenario, but I was too young at that time. I
Gotcha.
would be in the hammock and my brother would be swinging it for me so that I could go to sleep.
Okay.
So
That's interesting.
partly it makes sense. Yeah.
I'm thinking that part was probably maybe for you because that was so strong with the boy like there with another person in the hammock who felt like an adult, and I wonder if then because then suddenly um Effie's grandfather came in. Like suddenly it was very strong presence who came in, kind of like, all right, let me do this. let me take over. Hold on, this isn't. Let me come in. I can do this. So because suddenly it was like I'm here, and it was like, whoa, okay, you're here. Well, sure are. So yeah, so maybe
Awesome.
that's the way
Thanks,
that
Tammy. All done.
it's all magic.
Yep,
Yes.
it
Yes.
is.
That's why we.
So let's see. It is my turn, and great circle today. See what I've had.
Do you have your clock there going?
I do not, but thank you.
We're all here for each other.
Let's see. I am drawn to Tammy. I don't know the relationship, but I do have a lady stepping forward where there would have been a lady that's very formal with how she is, her a lot of pride in her appearance. And there would have been a trip to the United Kingdom, and she would have liked the monarch. Would you understand this, Tammy?
Um, very formal. A woman, very formal, pride and appearance. Possibly. I need a little bit more
It,
information. Yeah.
would you understand a trip to the United Kingdom with her?
She definitely went there.
And would you understand her and her spouse at a very good relationship? They're very similar. They're very good for each other.
Yes.
And with this trip, I'm just going to try the relationship. Would you understand this is your mother-in-law?
Oh. Um, could be.
Okay, I'm also being made aware of a second marriage. Would you understand this with the
Okay.
first lady? Or
I understand that for the person I was thinking of.
thank
Not,
you.
yeah.
So there would have been, that means then Charles,
To King Charles.
would you understand with her the husband that she married that the first marriage did not work out?
I did.
It was a marriage that was for convenience, not an arranged marriage, but they didn't marry for love. Uh, they got married too young,
Probably. Yeah.
and but she would have always been in the picture. This lady, they always would have knew each other.
You mean before getting married?
Yes.
Um, no, not really.
Uh,
No.
Then without just removing that, then that means the trips to the United Kingdom, they would have gone to London as a part of it. They would have loved to be in London.
Would be this? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So I'm not totally sure. That's making me think of somebody else. That's making me think of somebody else. So not sure yet.
I'm gonna go back, Tammy. I know I have a lady here that's married for the second time. To the man that's here. It's his second marriage. They visit the United Kingdom a lot, and they love to be there. They love to go. They just love London. They just love the city of London.
Um, I the couple I'm thinking of like Europe, but not specifically London.
Would you understand they also were wealthy, but not fully wealthy, but they could afford the trips. They could afford nice clothes.
Yes.
They did well. And would you also understand the man had a pocket watch, her husband?
Uh, hmm, not that I'm aware of.
I'm still not confident I'm with the right person, Tammy. Is
Okay.
there another man in the family that has a pocket watch?
I can't think of anybody who's got a pocket watch or who had
And
one.
I'm going to go to Shore. Would you understand this information?
No.
No. Okay. Back to Tammy. I'm going to go back to the lady. I want to say, going back to the marriage, it was his second marriage, but it worked out well. This was true love between them.
Yeah, the second marriage worked out very well. Yeah.
And so that they would be traveling together because you did say all of Europe, but one of their destinations, they would go to United Kingdom. It wasn't just one or two times, but they would visit there often.
Um, I'm not sure how often.
That's okay. We'll just remove, but
But
they
yeah.
would
Yeah.
go. And would you also understand the trips were a big part of their lives, traveling?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they would make, because it was their second marriage for him, uh, he became so happy. You saw a different person in him. He finally found the love of his life.
I think so. Yeah.
Right. And there's a way I'm going to say Charles. So would you understand there is a Charles in your family or Charlie, Tammy,
Let me think. Okay.
or within her
I
son?
think I can understand. I think I can understand why that name would be coming in.
Right. And this man that she married, I said mother-in-law, but would you understand it's not your mother-in-law? This is your grandparents,
Um, I think this would be I'm thinking that this is perhaps my mother and stepfather.
your mother and stepfather. Thank you. And your mother, would you understand she loved tea?
She did. She switched to that. Yeah. Yeah.
And would you remember her having a collection of teas? It wasn't just a particular one.
Oh, no, no, no. This would be my mother-in-law. That's what,
So was your mother-in-law married second time between one of them?
no, she
So
was
I'm still with your mom here. Now, your mom is someone
almost
that's
like they're
very,
coming in, like they're kind of all,
I'm trying not to, I'm just trying to stay with your mother and your stepfather.
okay.
Now, these two did things formally. I want to say, when I say formal, I don't mean British royal formal, but they have values, the both of them. They have a good life and they want to experience this because they're at a time and in their lives where they can. They don't need to stay at hostels. They don't need to stay at motels. They can enjoy the nice things.
Um, yeah, yeah,
Right. And would you also understand that your mother took care of your stepfather? She was more of the matriarch, making sure that everything's okay with him, emotionally, personally, that she was his rock.
yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Right. And there's
Yeah.
a way where your stepfather, would you understand, he started to get depressed, a mental illness started to come around as he got older.
No,
No,
no.
then would you understand that uh, there were worries with there were worries with the both. I feel like the both of them moving on this later chapter of their lives, they leaned on each other for support. The both of them had each other's back, even though I felt your mom was more the one taking care of him. But there's this way that we're going to be together forever, no matter what happens. We're in this for the long run,
Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah.
right? And your mother was someone that had beautiful clothes. Tammy, she took care of her clothes,
True. She took care of her clothes.
right? And you'd remember her ironing his clothes too, doing this for him. This is an act of love that I want to do this.
That I don't know about the ironing.
Then would you understand going to the laundromat, needing my clothes to get dry cleaned with your mother and stepfather,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? And your stepfather would have beautiful shirts. So there's a way with the clothes how they have to appear. Um, there's now I'm being taken to Harrods in London. So I want to say there's an experience where they would have wandered into Harrods, but I don't feel they bought anything. You'd have heard a conversation about this. Would this make sense to you?
Um, I don't recall any story, but I know all four of them, like my in-laws and my mother, they've all
Right,
been there, you know.
right, right. And your mother and stepfather, would you also understand they went to France?
Yes,
And would you understand that was one of their favorite places?
yes.
And would you also understand they had a place there that they would rent, always stay at the same place?
No.
Uh, then I feel like I'm taking car rides with these two and going all over the vineyards, traveling all over France. Would this make sense to you?
I would understand for using a car for that, I would understand me doing that
You doing that
with my husband. Yeah.
with your husband? Now, there's a way. Now, I hear like the 25th wedding anniversary. I want to say this with your mother and your stepfather. Would you understand they reached that point, that level of their silver wedding anniversary?
Yes, they did.
And you would remember a celebration that they would have had to talk about this beautiful milestone they reached.
I I don't recall a celebration for that, for the
And
anniversary.
I don't feel they're talking about themselves right now, but somebody would have brought over a souvenir from London of the monarch, but I don't feel it's them. Would you understand somebody else that did this?
I
Brought over a teacup or those spoons. I feel like I'm bringing something from London, from Europe, from United Kingdom with a monarch.
I don't. It could have been my mother-in-law. Could have.
Right, right. And as I say this, because it comes in a lot with second marriages, talking about your stepfather not being happy with his first marriage and making the leap to not jump, but finding the true love of his life. These two had a good life. They had a good life. They would have I want to say they would have lived feels like a condo, an apartment building
Yes.
at one point, and they would have really, really taken care of each other. They really leaned on each other. And this tea that your mother brings in so much, everything's okay with a cup of tea. Everything's okay with a cup of tea. Now, your stepfather, would you understand there was a moment you would have saw him have cigars on him where he would smoke, but not a full time, but there would have been cigars,
He might have had a cigar. I don't recall ever seeing him with one, but he may have done that.
right? And would you also understand he liked good liquor? Good, not wine, but liquors he had.
Yes.
And he would have a little bit, not a lot, just for himself. It's something that I want to savor. There's a quality about their stepfather. That's what it is. And your stepmother together. They have a nice quality that I don't see today, a refined way about them when they step forward. And they bring this love to you because it's a second part of your life, Tammy, where wondering where to go next with your life, where to proceed, whether, and if it happens to be open, if true love comes again to you, to be open, to open your heart and not to shy away from it because it can't happen twice, it can't happen three times, but to, to have that opportunity that your mom had and your stepfather had to find each other and to live happily ever after.
Wow, that's beautiful. Wow. Wow, Effie, what a especially because of the message, I feel like they were all four there. And I feel like they
Okay.
were all I felt like they were all like,
I really tried
"Good."
to stay with just your mother and your stepfather for this one because she was so close to me, both of them.
It's really interesting. Yeah, because so there were
I was just being made aware of Camilla in Prince
oh, were
Charles.
you? Oh,
Yeah, and I
interesting.
knew we had to. I had to go there
Yeah,
with
yeah,
their relationship.
yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, and yeah, what a message. Like I could see that message coming from from them. And they, especially my stepfather loved France. He was, in fact, his lineage is, oh, that's why they brought up Charles. Oh, that's awesome. That's why Charles Perrault, who wrote all of the fairy tales, like,
Jacques Perrault.
no, Charles
Hmm?
Perrault. He's the one
Okay.
who wrote Perrault is the last name. Charles Perrault.
Okay.
He's the one who wrote all of those famous fairy tales that we all know, like uh,
Oh my
Red
goodness.
Riding Hood, all of those. And so his
Oh,
lineage, because his lineage is, and his name, I will say, is Du Perrault, of the Perrauts. And
wow.
Charles Perrault was the author
Charles.
who wrote.
Yeah.
So that's what, it's so funny until I started saying the story. It was like, oh, that's what. And
What did you call your stepfather by the first name?
Doug,
Doug. Okay.
yeah. And but there, I won't say why because it would be great if that could ever come in. I believe he maybe used the name Charles for something at some point. But I'd have to research that again. I can't remember it, so I'm thinking it's the Charles Perrault, which, as I was just describing it to you now, it
Hmm.
wouldn't have come to me, if so clearly they've influenced me a little bit there. And my mother, tea at the end was really important to her. Like she switched from coffee and just drank tea, at least for a year or two. And they had a very nice marriage. It was the second marriage, and you said something like, and then you were like, kind of went, no, maybe not, but you were right. It was like he took the leap because he was still married, and so they met.
Oh, okay. So he was still married, took the leap,
Uh,
and then he got divorced.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, and she had been divorced for 5 years, maybe a little longer.
oh, that's wonderful.
But yeah, and they lived in a condo, and uh, they traveled a lot. So I'm sure, they were in London, and she would have definitely had pride in her appearance from my mother. Um, let's see what else they could afford. Yeah, they could afford the trip for sure. But they was like, you know, they were of their generation where they didn't like to spend money, you know, even if they could. So, um, let's see. That's nice. He finally was happy, and I really believe that. I think that his first marriage was really like not not good. Just
When
from
your mom got married this second time, were you a part of her wedding gown?
I was at the wedding, but
Oh
there was
yeah,
like
for you'd be at the wedding, but the wedding gown with a lot of pearls there. Would you understand the pearls being passed down or her wearing something that is borrowed, either a necklace uh that's here that's been passed down?
um no. That might have been from my mother-in-law.
Law. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there were pearls passed down.
Right. Okay.
Sure. And but my mother's was very simple. There were only 4 or 5 of us there. And my
Right.
stepbrother and I were like the um, witnesses. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, and it was at their condo. And so I think it was at their condo. And so yeah, so it was, yeah. But uh yeah, I just, um yeah. So yeah, she got a lot of really good information about the second marriage and good and fine, a lot of good stuff there. And I love the message, just because I could see them coming through with that and saying, and also because I'm so like, no, they're like, chill out, be open.
Take
It's like,
take
I'm
take
open.
it easy.
I'm not open. So,
Oh, that's so nice. Oh my gosh. And sure, do you have any feedback?
Yeah, the information you brought just incredible. Yeah, it is incredible.
I
Uh,
didn't think that. That's interesting.
you're in the zone. The one thing that I like about you is the messages, the evidences come like boom, 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 boom. um, Incredible flow of the information. Uh, the speed of the reading is just something which I'm actually struggling with. How do you do that? Information just
I see
flows like water.
when Tammy's two loved ones stepped forward, it was just so apparent that I had someone that was married the second time. It's all because sharing what we know when I would know Camilla and King Charles are married. That's their second marriage. And they found true love. So there was something here with true love, finding their love, finding really finally falling in love. But it's staying with her mom and her stepmom and not allowing attention, other spirits to come in and blend. It's something I'm really working on because my mind goes so fast
Mhm.
and just slowing it down. And I was intentionally just trying to keep it with her mom and her stepdad. Travel was apparent. Travel was very, very apparent with the both of them loving this time of their lives, just really having each other's backs. And um, there's a way where I get sunburned when I'm with your stepfather. You know, he had to be careful of the sun. There was this fairness about him and your mom. There's just this way where they hold hands still. You know, they could you could see this, and he adored her. He cherished her
Hmm.
very, very much when he was here. And she was someone that your mom like, oh, come on, you know, like let's just, move forward. But he really was a romantic, um,
Yeah, I think he
the
was very
stepfather,
romantic.
and he wasn't afraid to share those emotions, those feelings towards your
True.
mom,
Yeah, true. And
which
he
is
was
really
fair. He
nice,
was fair and would have need to, be careful of the sun. Both
right?
of
And the Caribbean, going on cruises, which I didn't share, but something
they've done that.
going
Yeah, absolutely.
right and just
That.
enjoying the second phase of their lives. It's lovely. It's just lovely. And I could hear your mom in the background. Oh dear, just try this shirt on. Let's try this shirt on. Let's see what we have here. There's just this nice complementary relationship they had with each other because they had been there at the beginning with their first marriages and they didn't want to repeat the same. So they had that experience, that maturity, both about them, and
Mhm.
they were willing to take that leap, which is so lovely to see today. And I hope you do find that, Tammy, one day. And I hope you do.
Well, if it happens,
Don't be afraid.
otherwise I'm good on my own. I don't have to answer to anyone except for my little
That's
dog.
true. That's
Except for
true.
Lily. I only have to answer to her.
And to your little grandson, if you.
Well, true. It's so funny because I saw him like come running, here, and his mother's running after him, my daughter. And he's like running towards because I'm sitting in front of glass sliders, so he can see me sitting here. So he's like, and she's like, no. So it's very
Oh,
funny.
I love it. Thank you so much, everyone. What a wonderful circle today.
You know what it made
And
me think of, Effie? It made me think
mhm,
of, I know you've worked a lot on staying focused, staying in the power, with having things happen around you, with distractions. And so it's so great because,
perfect.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh, uh,
I
funny.
love that. I'm going to close it with the closing prayer,
Okay.
just to find it. Okay, so Holy Father and Mother God, thank you for allowing us to come together today in service to Spirit. Thank you for the gift of mediumship that you have given us and allow us to use this precious gift to help others who need your healing and love. Bless all of our friends and loved ones and protect them from sickness and harm. Bring joy into the lives of people who have sorrow, health into the lives of people who have illness, and abundance to the lives of people who have little. Thank you for the lessons that you have given us today and help us to continue to build a relationship based on love and trust. And always, please help us to be the light that changes this world for the better. Amen.
Amen.
Circle is now closed. I hope everyone has a wonderful day today. And
Thanks so
I
much.
will see everyone again.
Thanks.